What is up, everybody? It's Packer People 12. I am joined by Big Packers, and
What's up?
the draft is over, 2020 draft, and obviously the elephant in the room is the Packers did not select a single wide receiver.
Yeah.
It's the most shocking part of it, but we got a lot to talk about. We're going to review every single one of the Packers picks. Shoot, my Dr. Pepper's exploding. That's not good. We're going to go pick by pick. We got 9 to recap, kind of try to group them into one big one. So let's just start off, though. The big one, Jordan Love at pick 26.
Oh,
It's
yes.
hard to imagine, especially for us, any other quarterback for the Packers besides Aaron Rodgers. Hopefully he's not a bust. But here's the thing, even if he is a bust, I cannot stand people right now saying, oh, he sucks, he's a Sean Kaiser. It's like, first of all, let's not focus on the player that he was last year. Let's focus on that we're not throwing him out here this year. That's not the plan, at least, obviously.
Yeah.
And also,
Well, let's hope not.
yeah, let's focus on the fact that the Packers are lucky enough that if he is a bust and they can tell before they throw him out there to start, then all we got to do is pick another one. I know that sounds awful. He lost 9 starters last year and lost his whole coaching staff pretty much. So it's just the overreaction is crazy. What do you think about him developing under Aaron Rodgers?
Well, I think it's going to be a great opportunity for Jordan Love. Decision making, which is one of his worst traits, I would say, coming out of college. Yeah,
I think
just his decision making.
Yeah, I think that's probably his biggest weakness at this point, it looks to be. And, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, it seems like all of Jordan Love's weakness is what makes Aaron Rodgers great. So,
yeah,
I do think Aaron Rodgers, even if I can't blame him. If you were one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and now you're like, shoot, this goes by quick, and now I already got the young guy. So I don't blame him for being upset. I don't think he is that upset, though, and the media will try to push that narrative just like they did with McCarthy and Rodgers and with LaFleur and Rodgers.
Yep.
But I think it will work out great, and hopefully it does. We'll talk about really a plan in a little bit. Now, the pick 2 is the one that I think is the most underrated. Me and you,
one of my favorites.
Same. Me and you love this pick. So it's A.J. Dillon, a running back from Boston College. There was quite a few wide receivers on the board at this point. Not Denzel Mims, unfortunately. He went 3 picks before. He was not brought in to be a backup. The thing that everybody was talking about, oh, we drafted a 3rd-round running back from the 2nd round. Or 3rd, no, we did not. He is a completely different player than Aaron Jones. He's more similar to Jamal Williams, but they're definitely not the same player.
Yeah.
So he's bruising, tough. He's 200-something pounds. And I just
250 pounds.
250.
And probably 249 of that is muscle.
Yes. Like, he is not squatty at all. He's not Eddie Lacy's build. He is just a strong dude. So I love it. Aaron Jones might not be willing to sign a contract that the Packers want to give him. So, we get this. It's really just the defense. Aaron Jones keeps on pounding that rock on them. Here comes A.J. Dillon, who's going to give you more of that, even more of that. And then next year, if it works out and Aaron Jones leaves, you got a new, fresh running back on your hands. Now, this is probably still the most questionable and confusing pick for me. Josiah DeGuarta in the 3rd round. He wasn't brought in to play the same role as Sternberger will. Or H-back or fullback blocker. He's going to do that for us, and it makes sense now why they would want him over Dalton King, was it? There's a lot of good tight ends that were taken after him that were probably better as an overall tight end. But Gutekunst said in his press last night that, from what we can tell, he's probably just more what they were looking for.
Yeah.
So out of
I think it's smart.
out of Josiah and Dylan, who do you think will have more impact this year?
Ooh, I would say AJ Dillon because I feel like he would get the second string running back.
Yeah.
He'll be the second string running back. And I think Josiah is probably gonna be a backup behind Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah.
Learn from him mostly, and then he'll be ready to go next year.
Yeah.
Because I doubt we're bringing Mercedes back. So I will say AJ Dillon.
Okay. Yeah, I think it'll just be very interesting to see how they use both of those guys.
Yeah.
Then we got our first defensive pick of the draft in round 5. We traded our 4th round pick to the Dolphins to move up to take Jordan Love. And this was definitely the first pick to fill a needed position. From what I could see from highlights, he's a much more well-rounded player. Does some great run stops. He's very athletic and drives to stop passes. And what could you see from the highlights?
Well, like you said, he's all-rounded. One thing, not from highlights, but I did see that he is not as flexible, and he's more stiff when he's on the field.
Interesting. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of, I hate to say it, but there's quite a few similarities to Blake Martinez.
Yep, I was going to say that.
But we hope that they can obviously turn that around so we don't have another. Then we took a string of 3 offensive linemen. I definitely saw this coming near the end. John Runyon, Jake Hansen, and Stefan Stefanik. All of those guys played guard or center in college. Runyon played a little bit more of tackle. But I absolutely love the pick of John Runyon.
Yep. And before we go any farther, Jake Hansen, the center that we drafted, I have a very, very good feeling that he might beat out Corey Linsley by next year, and he will be our. Well, no, by the end of this year, he will be our center for next season.
Wow, so you think we'll go into 2021 confident in Hansen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am full on board with I'm on the Hansen train. I am fully on.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
It's definitely, Packers have always drafted some versatile linemen in the later rounds.
That's why I said that, because I don't think we can re-sign Corey Linsley with all the players that we have to bring back next year.
Yeah, and it was pretty obvious that was plans for this draft with Gutekunst looking at next year, AJ Dillon especially, and these 3 offensive linemen. In the 7th round, I'm not going to spend too much time on these guys, but we got Vernon Scott, the safety, and Jonathan Garvin, the defensive end, who were really just people brought on for depth.
Actually, Jonathan Garvin, I'm actually very excited to see what he can bring to the table. Because 2018, he was actually played very decent.
Okay. I think it will definitely be exciting. I hope Hedden, what's up, Rodolph? I really hope Hedden just involves more guys in the pass rush. Like, obviously, I love Za'Darius and Preston, but if, imagine throwing Gary into the mix there and just having 3 or 4 great outside linebackers that quarterbacks are scared of, all 4 of them.
Wow.
So, yeah, that could be scary. Let's talk about Packers fans' biggest thought probably in really the leagues. That's hard to understand from an outside view. I have labeled in bold on the script Brian Gutekunst's bold plan. I would say, well, really in the first 3 rounds, there was no needs addressed from the 2020 team. And that is just the route he went. I cannot blame him.
Yeah.
You never know. And the stupidest take I've always seen is, are we good enough to beat the 49ers? It's like, we're not not focused on becoming a team that's able to beat the 49ers. Hey, this is Pack of People 12. Thanks so much for watching the first 10 minutes of this episode on IGTV. You can watch the full episode on Spotify.